Wintertime is just around the corner, and what will I be wearing more often? Probably this. Stronger With You Sandalwood. This one has been an intriguing new offer from Armani, from the Stronger With You line. Stronger With You is one of those fragrance lines where I've really been trying to figure out, what is the one fragrance in this line that's for me? And so far, of all the ones I've tried, this is the answer for me. Now, I really like it. I've seen a lot of really positive reviews on this fragrance on YouTube and on TikTok. I don't want to just come on here and just glaze this fragrance because it is good. I do like it. Obviously, I bought it. I wear it. But I want to give a more balanced approach. I'm going to talk about some of the things I love about this fragrance, and I'm going to talk about some of the things that I'm not so crazy about with this fragrance to hopefully give you a more balanced approach to the review so that way you can decide, is this something for you or not? Obviously, taste is subjective, so take this for what it's worth. First thing I want to note about this fragrance is that this was I think it was a Middle Eastern only type of release that kind of has now found its way over to the United States. You can get this on discounters. I want to say $120 was the price on this the last time I saw it. So off rip, this is going to have that Middle Eastern fragrance type of twang to it, if that makes sense. That Middle Eastern twang, it's like a little bit incensey. It's like one of those, I don't know if it's a compound note or just like the ingredients or the composition that you'll see across all the different Middle Eastern cologne fragrance brands. Now, I'm not saying this smells like a Lattafa or anything like that, but it does have that Middle Eastern kind of zhuzh to it. If that's something you like, then that's a plus. If it's something you dislike, then maybe that's a strike against this fragrance. I don't know. We got notes of saffron, chestnut, lavender, sandalwood, vanilla, and cedarwood. It's a very well-blended fragrance. You do get that blast of saffron at the very beginning, which I do think is very, very pleasant. I love the initial blast of this. I don't personally get any lavender in this fragrance, even though it is a listed note, but that chestnut, sandalwood, vanilla, cedarwood, it's kind of like a blend of all of them that kind of keeps the fragrance going throughout its duration. It's very, very well blended. It smells very good. I've gotten quite a few compliments on this. One thing about this fragrance, though, it's very heavy. The fragrance to me is almost syrupy in a way. I don't know how to really describe it. Obviously, it's a note, but it's a very dense and heavy type of fragrance. I think even heavier than some of the other Stronger With You fragrances. I know everything in this line is usually very warm, vanilla, winter style fragrance. I think this has a little bit more heaviness to it than the rest. I also think nose blindness is absolutely a factor with this fragrance because, I wore it to work one day and I sprayed it on. I could not believe that after about 4 or 5 hours, I'm like, I'm not even picking this up on myself anymore. And it was a few hours after that I was leaving work and I had a couple of my coworkers say bro, how much fucking cologne did you wear today? And I'm like, what are you talking about? Can you really still smell me? And they're like, bro, yes, we can smell you. We can smell you from across the room. So beware of nose blindness with this fragrance. I would encourage you, please do not overspray this because this stuff will clear out the room. I personally think this is a fall winter fragrance. I think wearing it in high heat, wearing it during the summer, and honestly even in the spring, it's just not fitting scent profile wise for the spring, and it's just too rich and dense and heavy for the summer. I think if you were to wear this in high heat, if you were to wear this to the beach or the pool, you would be choking yourself out. But that's kind of to be expected with this fragrance. Now I'll say, if you like sandalwood, if sandalwood is a note that you're a big fan of, then I fully anticipate you to be a fan of this fragrance. It is completely different than other sandalwood fragrances that I've worn before. Creed Original Santal is much more smooth and creamy and bright than this. Santal 33 smells so much more of a organic compound, where this is definitely a sandalwood perfume per se. Would I call this fragrance blind buy safe? I would if, one, you like sandalwood as a note, and two, you typically like the way Middle Eastern perfumes have that kind of Middle Eastern saffron zhuzh to it. You know what I'm talking about. I do think this smells like a rich Arabian prince, personally, so it's just one of those fragrances that, it's a personality thing. So if that's what you like, if that's what you want to smell like, if that's what you want to go for, then I think this is a fantastic option. But if you're in the market for fragrances that are kind of light and bright and creamy, then this may not be for you. Like I said earlier, there is a syrupy almost nature to this. That's the best way I can describe kind of just the richness and the density and the heaviness of it. It's like that of syrup. This doesn't smell like maple syrup. That's not what I'm saying. It's just kind of like the nature of, I don't know, imagine they made a woody sandalwood vanilla syrup. That's kind of what this would smell like. So I think there totally is a world where someone may not like this fragrance. Me personally, I'm a big fan of it. Admittedly, I don't reach for it that often because I wouldn't say this is necessarily like a crowd pleaser fragrance. I think people would think it smells nice, but this isn't something that... It's one of those things where people are gonna tell you that your fragrance is strong rather than I love the way you smell, if that makes sense to me. I think that fragrance enthusiasts, like I said, particularly if sandalwood is a note that you like, will like this, but I don't think this is one of those mass appealing crowd pleaser fragrances. Like I can picture making my mom smell this and her being kind of like, what the hell, why would you buy that? But I think if you showed it to your buddy who is also into fragrances, he may think it smells fantastic. It's just kind of different strokes for different folks. So I hope that gives you a little bit more insight into Stronger With You Sandalwood. Let me know what you think of this fragrance if you've sampled it down in the comments below. I want to hear from you. What other fragrances do you think I should review on this channel? If you're into discussion-based fragrance content like this, I encourage you to give this video a like, please comment, and even consider subscribing to the channel. It helps me get the train moving. But this is my brand new fragrance review channel, and any support and help I could get from you, the audience, I would greatly appreciate. So let me know what you think down in the comments below. Like I said, hope to see you in the next video. Have a good one.